Hi, everybody. It's 2 o'clock on a Tuesday, and I'm back from my vacation, my first day back, and I have a card that I made using a stencil. It's called Faux Embossing. Now, I've done with this using a solid stamp, but I've never done it with a stencil. So I thought I'd try it, and I love the effect. So stay with me, and I'll show you how to make it. Oops, wrong one. Clean this off. Kind of slow today. First day back. Mind you, I did craft a bit when I was away. The first 4 days I didn't do anything, but then I finished up the Bridgerton kits and whatnot. And Cindy came out.
Because I went out and I made her craft.
Yes. Cindy came out. So then I had to craft. But I had a lovely time. Alrighty. Get that dried. Okay, this is really cool. Now, I have done this, as I said, using a solid stamp. But I had this really beautiful stencil, and I thought I'd like to try that. This is a Hero Arts stencil, and it's called Floral Garden. It's beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You could do this in a rainbow. You could do the petals, the flowers. You could do all sorts of things with this. It's a beautiful stencil, and it's priced right at $11.99. All right. I am using Distress Oxide inks. Now, when I did it with the stamp, I used white pigment ink. But this time, I decided I was just going to use a lighter value of my tea dye. And so this is what tea dye looks like. And this is what Tattered Rose looks like. So those are the two colors that I chose. All right. I also tried it on different papers. I tried it on white. I tried it on black using different colors. I tried it on a blue, and this is the paper that I liked the most. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to place my stencil on here. So the first thing you're going to do, I cut the paper at 4¼ by 5½. I'll trim it down after. I wasn't sure what I wanted, what size. So I just left this one. So I'm taking the darker ink. So this is tea dye right here. Okay. And I'm going to go over this whole paper. Okay. And you can see here, it just shows up a little bit. See that? You could use a darker one if you wanted. Okay. Go over it. All right, let's take that off and see what we have. There we go. I think I got this mixed up. I think I should have had a darker one. Do you want to pull me a brown? I don't think I've got this right. I got the wrong one there. I'm going to flip this over. Thank you. I'm going to use a darker one. Using Vintage Photo. So I had that wrong. My first day back, guys. So I'm putting this back on. I'm going to go over with Vintage Photo. You need to have a darker one. I don't know what I was thinking. Obviously not. There we go. That's better. Let me see. Yeah, that's better. All right, so I'm using Vintage Photo and I'm going over top of my stencil. Okay. There we go. That's better. All right. Now I'm just going to clean this off and I'm going to use my spray bottle and my alcohol. And wipe this off. You could use even a darker one. You could use what's another darker one? Twigs.
Gathered twigs, brown espresso.
Brown Express would be very dark. I think Gathered Twigs would be a nice one. All right, so there it is. Just going to dry that off a bit. It's pretty juicy. Really wet. Okay. Yes, Kim, all of those would work. All right, now I'm going to take my stencil again and match it up. Okay, so there it is. It's all matched up. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it to the right about 1/8 of an inch. And I'm going to shift it down a little bit. Okay, so I've moved it. There it is. I'm moving it over 1/16 of an inch, and then I'm moving it down a little bit. Okay. All right, now I'm going to put it back on. Now I'm taking Tattered Rose, which is a very pale color. And again, if you want, you can use white. I just thought I'd try this. And you go over the whole thing. Yes, Cindy's got me making all sorts of card kits and all sorts of stuff. She's working me. And she's going on holiday. All right, so now I'm going to pull this off. And then you can see how that looks. See that? Is that not cool? Very cool. Now, if you want, you could do this light color again, but I think that looks pretty effective right there. Isn't that cool? It really does look 3D. It's a beautiful stencil. So that's using Vintage Photo and Tattered Rose. All right. Beauteous. Yeah, you look at it and it looks embossed, and then you look at it again and it looks debossed. Isn't that just the coolest? Love it. All right. I'm just going to put that aside to dry, and I'm going to clean off my stencil with my rubbing alcohol. Usually I do it with a dry cloth. Using wet cloth kind of defeats the purpose of using alcohol. Sometimes you just have to pat these because they can catch. It's gorgeous. We have this stencil in stock. It's called Floral Garden by Hero Arts. It's gorgeous. All right. Okay. Bring that back, and I'm just going to dry it off a little bit. It is very cool. All right. Now I'm going to cut this down to 3 3/4 by 5. Okay. Now, I have my hat here. So I have 3 3/4 by 5 is right here. And then this one is 3 and what one would it be? 3 and 5/8. I guess I can get my ruler. 3 and 7/8. Don't I have that one? I don't know. Three and a half. I'm not sure where it is. All right, let's get this on here. It ended up being dark anyways. You can see that. So it might have worked. There we go. And then I'm going to put it on my card. So pretty. All righty. So there we go. Now I used, this is a beautiful set. It's called Joyful Day. And I just used the die to cut out some vellum leaves. I thought just to add a little bit of interest on my card. And then they have this wonderful sending birthday wishes, and I got ink on it. So I'll have to redo it. But right now, we'll just play with this. And then I can just put it on like that. Okay, and there's the card. Now, I want to be careful where I put my glue on that because it shows. So I'm just going to put a little dab. Like that. And then this will go here, but I'll do a new one. Okay, and there's my card. Sending birthday wishes. Look at that depth, and it's totally flat. Who would have thought? See that? Alrighty, so there we go. Faux embossing using a stencil. I think it's very cool. So get your stencils out, give it a whirl. Okay, it has to be something solid. That's why stencils work really well. You can't use like something like this. It has to be like a solid stamp. All right. Tomorrow. Whoops. Wednesday, what am I doing? I'm working every day this week, even Saturday. All right, I'm using the little ice cream cart from Lawn Fawn. And this opens like it's like a little book. And then this opens like that. Isn't that cute? Look at, I got ink on that one too. All right, so that is Wednesday. Thursday, I am using a stencil again. This is a really cool stencil. It is by My Favorite Things, and it's called Watercolor Strokes. So this is it, and this is the card. I think it is so cool, and I used watercolor paper on it. Okay, I haven't used my U for a while, which I love. Right, and then on Friday, I'm using this beautiful Simple Stories paper. It's called Vintage Meadow, I believe. And then it opens up like this. Now I'm going to change it so that it opens up like this. But right now it's opening up like that. Isn't that cute? I love it. Okay, so that's Friday. Thursday. And Wednesday. So there's our cards for the week. And then today's. Okay. I do have a few things to show you. Cindy, do you want to bring over those papers, please? Yeah, and then okay, so we got this in. Now, the intentions, I've intended to make 5 cards and put the handout in here. But we've been selling them today too. So I am going to do it. I'm going to make 5 cards and have the handout for you. Absolutely adorable. Little gnomes. Look at, how cute is that? So people have been buying them today. And I will send them the handout. Okay, so we have some left and Cindy's going to order some more. I think there's 3 left, is there not? Yeah, so it's adorable. And then it also comes in 12 by 12. All right, rain or shine, I'm here for you. The kind word is like a spring day. Very cute little gnomes and beautiful paper. Okay, so that's that. And then let me see that gold paper there too. We've been selling that today as well.
We ordered more.
And we've ordered more. Now this is a great idea. Spellbinder has put the gold assorted pack and a silver assorted pack. So you get metallic, matte metallic, brush metallic, mirror metallic, and pearl metallic. Brilliant. So you get 5 different cardstocks and 3 of each. And then there's silver as well. All right. This Kim is going to be, I'm just going to give you a handout that you can make 5 cards, but you do all the cutting and everything. I just give you the ideas. All right. So that's what I do there. The other thing that's ready is Cindy and I worked on these when she came out. So these are the Bridgerton greeting cards, and I am going to be making some more. But I just thought I'd tell you the names of the cards. They're kind of cute. So I have, after I make the second batch, I do have a few left in the second batch. So if you want one, get your name in. So this one is called Queen Charlotte's Tea Time. And then this one is called, it's like got a little window on the front. This one's called Penelope's Window. And then we have Violet's Pleated Happiness. And then we have Lady Danbury's Peacock Loveliness. And then we have Eloise Love of Cake. It opens like this. And then we have Kate's Pick of the Garden. And then we have Portia's Panorama Peacock. And finally, we have Lady Whistledown's Letter. Okay, so those are the fun cards for the Bridgerton card set. I do have a few left. Once I make the second batch, I think we've got about 6 of those left. Okay. All righty. Thanks for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.